my name is Eric and I'm doing another one of my photography vlogs called One Body, One Lens, One Roll, One Day. This is a early May. I was going to say late April, but no, it's early May. Kind of a damp, low 50s kind of a day. I've got my jacket on. It rained heavy the night before. I am at Champion Creek in the heart of Medina. So the creek is like moving pretty strongly. You might be able to hear it in the background. Today's camera is a Nikon N2000 with the standard 50mm 1.8. Not a fan of the f2s. I always thought they were a little soft, or the Series E 1.8s. I always thought those were a little soft. This is not a Series E, so hopefully I should get some good shots. So Nikon N2000 with the 50mm. Today's film is some expired Kodak Elitechrome 200. Now, I was given this by a friend. Said it was in a frozen for a couple years, then refrigerated. It's been out of the refrigerator for maybe a year. So I'm going to shoot it at rated speed of 200, even though the expiration date is 2010. So 16 years out of date. I'm going to go ahead and shoot it at rated and see what happens. Two reasons. One, I've been told that it's been frozen, refrigerated for most of that time. Two, I have not had great luck with slide film in this project. Not sure why. It's just, camera open up in the back, a misload on my fault. One of them was the lab accidentally cross-processed it. I guess they had a new trainee and didn't realize it was E6 and not C41. But that can produce interesting results. Let's load this guy up and get going. All right, so the N2000 was Nikon's first camera. First camera with the DX coating, and it's got the dots in here so you can read the film speed. And the first camera with their built-in motor drive versus an accessory motor drive that the FEs, FAs, you'd have attach it, or the power grip, whatever. And so today, I'm going to set that for 200. So now we are all set for 200. The other cool thing about the N2000 is you actually had multiple battery choices. Originally came with AAA batteries with a AAA carriage in the bottom of this. Now, the problem with that is that the AAA batteries tended to corrode, and if you go looking for this camera, chances are it'll either be missing the tray or you'll get some battery corrosion you might have to try to clean up. So be aware of that. If you need to try to clean battery corrosion, either use vinegar or photographic stop bath on a Q-tip, and it'll kind of help tear things apart. This particular one has Nikon's AA battery adapter. It's a little bit thicker of adapter with a brace inside. A little bit harder to find, but you can find them. Now, my friend also 3D printed a AA battery holder. So if you have one of these cameras and you can't find, the AAA battery trays destroyed because of corrosion, or you can't find Nikon's AA, $10, I'll send you one. It's a 3D printed one with a new screw. It does work. I've had 2000s before, works fine. But if not, that's okay. You can find the actual Nikon one. All right, let me see what I can get. All right, so Elitechrome is obviously the previous generation of Kodak's E100 slide film. Now, slide film is a little different than negative film. Might have mentioned this before, but it's been a while, so I'll mention it again. So when you shoot normal color film or color print film and or black and white print film, you get your negatives back, and then you get your prints or your scans. And if you look at a negative and know how to read a negative, all your colors are inverted. So what's red is green, what's blue is yellow, and if you know how to read that, excuse me, if you know how to read that and translate that in your head to what it might look like in full color, that's very beneficial. Now, I've been in the photo biz for 33 plus years, so I've got the eye and I can look at a negative and say, hey, you know, you were wearing a red dress or something like that, and you know, can identify that type of stuff. If you're just getting into it, that takes a little bit of getting used to. Now, slide film gives you the positive image. So if it's a red dress, it's a red dress. The problem is kind of twofold, maybe threefold, but twofold. It's different chemistry. So a lot of labs don't do it in-house. They'll send it out, usually 3 to 5 weeks to get it back. Or if they do it in-house, they do it in small batches, which means they wait till they get enough rolls to create the chemistry or mix the chemistry and get their machine up and running. Typically it's about 20 to 30 rolls. In some labs they get that, you know, a week, so they'll be running slide film like maybe every Friday. But in some cases, you know, especially if things slow down, they may have to wait 2 or 3 weeks before they get enough rolls of film to run their machine. So you're still typically maybe a 1 to 4 week wait, even for those places that do it in-house, just because of a volume thing. They got to keep their chemistry fresh. Totally understand, been there before, yeah. All right, I'm gonna head down that way. I got some debris from the train tracks. Just remember, don't go on active tracks. I know these are active tracks. I don't want to be run over by a train. All right, let me get some shots here, then I'll go down that path. All right, be right back. So again, live train tracks, don't go on them because you don't know when the next train's coming. You don't know the schedules. All right, a few more shots here. I'm on shot, looks like 29 out of 36. Be right back. Okay, so I've shot my last photo. It stopped on me. The little red indicator kind of flashed at me a little bit there. And for this particular camera, for a lot of the other manual cameras I've had, there was a release button on the bottom. Release button's on the top. So you hit the release button and move a little slider to keep it down. Then you can kind of rewind it like your normal 35mm camera. And as many winds is about as many rewinds as you have. So this is a roll 36, so about 36 shots. There you go. All right, be right back. Okay, so today we were at Champion Creek in Hard Medina. Today's camera was the Nikon N2000 with a standard 50mm 1.8. Today's film was some Kodak Elitechrome 200. It expired in 2010, but I shot it at rated. Couple reasons. One, I was told that it was frozen or refrigerated for most of that, so that's good. And two, slides really are very picky on exposure. So, you know, with print film, you can kind of fudge it a bit. Slide film, you really got to be exact. And everything that I've read says with expired slide film, shoot it at rated. Hopefully you get something. Maybe play a little bit of an overexposure, but not by much. But I shot this at rated just because of the fact that I hope the refrigerated or the frozen part of it helped me out. Okay, I'm going to post the images at the end. It'll probably be a couple weeks before this episode came out. It is currently early May, so it might be late May or early June before this episode gets posted. Feel free to give the images a thumbs up. Feel free to let me know your experience with expired slide film. It's been all across the board for me, from cross-processed in the lab accidentally for a misload on my fault. 1 or 2 I think came out okay with the Pentax 645. In a previous episode, I have to go back and double check. Feel free to like, subscribe. Oh, subscribe, yeah. Don't forget to subscribe. New episodes try to come out every Friday and Saturday, and I've started converting some of my early episodes into shorts, so you don't need to listen to all the in-between stuff. I say camera, I say film, you see results. You know, 30 seconds if you want to see what some cool films do. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next episode.